Yeah, that's the one thing I see with both of us is that we both are really trying hard to not go through the same things, like have our kids go through the same stuff that we went through, you know?
Hmm.
Like not to be alcoholics, not to be, being present, not to just, freak out over something small. Mom used to do that all the time, like freak out over just the smallest things. It's like it's not even that serious. Like, what is going on here? It's like
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like now, as I get older, I know it. I know and as I've done a lot of more emotional education. But first of all, to express what you're just saying there, related to like basically stopping generational poison, what I would say, things
yeah,
that are
yeah,
like that are continuing to
the vicious
to
cycle as they
yeah,
call
these
it.
generational cycles, right? We are cycle breakers, and that's a beautiful thing, and I'm so thankful that like we both found our way to that, like literally independently of each other. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, like I'm like, oh shit, Steven's a different person now, like,
yeah.
like,
Totally. Like it's a complete 180. Like I don't even know how I got to where I am, but I love where I am. So, I wouldn't change it for anything in the world.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's been wonderful to witness. I mean, it's funny, like I called it, I was telling someone at some point, maybe it was Ronnie, I don't know, like that it was like a pendulum swing. Like you went from being like this awful bad, bad kid or whatever, to like
Yeah.
super strict, super rigid, to like super duper like almost militant. I was like, it's,
Yeah.
it's very much the same extremes because of, I believe it, because of our addictive tendencies.
Hmm.
Like it was still the same extremes, and then eventually kind of you settled, I think, into a little bit more of this healthier medium. At least that's from my perspective.
Yeah. No, you're right. Totally right. Like I still do things, as July 4th can attest, but I don't do a lot of the crazy things I used to do.
Yeah, and that's not like, it's such a different, I don't know, I can't express the word. It is different in the sense of like the motivation in the past was a running away from, right? A desensitizing, like a less less connected to life and living.
Hmm.
And instead, what I witness now is like deeper experience in life. So like more embodied experience in life, right? Like that's why when we talk about like plant medicines and things like that, it's like it really isn't as much escapism as like some of the other drugs that exist like out there in the world, where it's like, you know get out of reality and get into this fake world where like nothing, you don't feel anything, you don't experience anything. Instead, plant medicine is really kind of a heightened um, experience of the senses. And like part of it is like I feel so. I was telling someone this the other day. I'm like, why I am a little bit fearful of. And I get not fearful. I don't consume cannabis anymore. You know that I used to a
Hmm.
lot, a ton. It was like part of the lifestyle, like every day,
Yeah,
multiple times
yeah.
a day, whatever. Yeah, and didn't even affect me in the sense of like I wasn't able to. I mean, I wasn't. It wasn't hindering anything that I would do.
Yeah.
School, I would work. I would, care for my kid, whatever. Like all of those things were easy, right? And now I feel so embodied in my life experience that like everything already feels quite amplified, that when I go into cannabis or like take, it is like, oh, it's just like
Yeah.
intense.
Intense. Yeah.
I
I guess,
can't. It's
yeah,
just
I can see that.
literally like, I'm like, I have to go to sleep. This is too intense. So yeah, that's partly why I don't do anything with cannabis now. And I'm kind of like, I don't know, it sounds weird, but I kind of feel like the time has passed for me, that like where it was fun and like enjoyable. I don't really get as much joy out of it, even though it's like everywhere now, like
Yeah.
especially in Charlotte, like, it's like every single place. I just actually saw like they're having like this big festival at the place where I host our festival or whatever. It's like they have all these vendors and all these edible vendors, and they're like
Wow.
and I'm like, the luster is gone. I'm like, I don't. not so shiny.
Yeah, I'm still on the wagon for that one, of course, as you know. But one day, Curtis, he's always, because he's very easy to change things. Like he can just, he's very disciplined. When he makes a decision, he's like, all right, that's it. I'm not smoking anymore. He won't smoke for 2 months. Me, I don't think I've not smoked a day, like one full 24-hour day, and I don't know, decades, man. It's been way too long. Yeah.
I mean, you are definitely not alone. So like, don't feel bad about it. And I do believe, wholeheartedly that this is a much more instrumental tool. And I mean, there's so much, that's why it's legal in places. There's science now that shows that it's plant medicine. Literally, it can be medicinal for this, for all these number of reasons. And so I believe that not everybody's medicine is the same. Like what I need for my healing journey is different than what you might need for your healing journey, and so like this is exact evidence of that. Like, it's something that you might feel great doing, and it's the right complement to your healing. And for me, I'm like, I feel so good. I don't need any more. I can't do, it just feels too much. And it's weird because like I almost feel like it really could in a lot of ways be supportive for me from like my own journey of, with regulating nervous system and such. But I found such what I think of as like a nurturing pathway to nervous system regulation that I don't need it. And I have a lot of friends that do like the burn and flow type thing where they smoke a little bit and then they, do some yoga. And I'm like, for me, I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to smoke and burn. Like when I've tried it, I'm like, I just want to chill. I don't want to do anything. And then I want to eat, which drives me crazy. And then I'm thirsty and then I'm overthinking. And I almost feel like still and I've tried different strains. Everyone's like, oh, you should try this, try that. But I feel like still it causes me more anxiety. Like it triggers.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that gives people anxiety and increased blood or increased heart rate and all that. It's been known to do that, and it does take, just like anything in life, you have to continuously do it to be better at it. You know what I mean? Like if you continuously do it, you'll understand, okay, yeah, this is what happens, and okay, yeah, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, it's definitely something that you get used to and you get over, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point I'm like, I resolved the fact that it's probably not my medicine.
Yeah.
I do have we were starting to talk about something else and I was gonna share about that, the generational piece. Like, what was it? It's fine. We can release that part of it. I feel like there was something else I was going to share that is like in my spirit, but I don't remember what it was. But I think that I have continued to have a desire to go on a deeper mushroom journey. And so next time I'm in Mexico, there's a shaman there that, like, for me, the intention has to be there at this point.
Yeah, not just to feel funny, right?
Exactly. I'm like, I want to actually get something out of it. Like, I'm like, I want to deepen something. Like, I want to actually go on a journey. I want to like come out of it and write a book. I don't know. Like, I want to actually have something that that I feel is being expressed or healed or understood more deeply, experienced more is also a thing. Like I'm definitely open to that. But yeah, I mean, I've done little microdosing things just a couple of times with people, and it was like definitely amplifies like the feel good. But I don't know. Like I do know that what I feel more called to is using it in a deeper way and having it be a catalyst to like a deeper spiritual experience.